Hey people, thank you so much and welcome back. In this session, I will be explaining to you about the cost benefit analysis. How to do the cost benefit analysis, and today's session, I will be explaining you about the soft saving. In the next session, I will explain you about how to do the hard saving calculation, which is also called as a capital budgeting technique. So soft saving, basically we talk about exchange of work hours. The time value of money in terms of soft and hard, two different things. Hard, I will explain you the next, which where we calculate the present value, future value, net present value, or internal rate of return. But in this session, how to calculate the time value of money in terms of the exchange of hours. Example, the number of days in a year, we have around 365. If you talk about the weekends, we have around 52 into 2. So total 104 days. So those is the negative where we are not working. You have around casual leave or maybe sick leave, approximately 10 days that will be minus from this. Typically bank holidays, any company that will give you approximately 9 on an average. And you have your earned leave. For typically for any company, generally they consider around 20 as an earned leave. So if you take the total sum which is left as in working days with you, you take the 365 minus all these number of days. So around 222 work days you left. Consider working hours per day. We work around 9 work hours. So total work hours per year that we have is around 9 work hours per day multiplied by 222 working days, which is 1998 we work. Let's take a round off to this value to 2000 hours. So these are the 2000 hours a person is working in a year. How to convert that into the cost saving, which is also called as in soft saving or notional saving, soft benefit or the notional benefit. Example wise, suppose you are, let's say you observe some defect in process. Defect is any deviation from the specification. In a day, if you see around, maybe let's say you are observing maybe around 30 transaction which has a defect in your organization, whatever the number of transaction you are processing. And the rework time which you have for each defect is considered, let's say around maybe 35 minutes. So these are the 30 are the count of defect and these are the 35 are the minutes. So in a day, how much is the total rework time? So total rework time will be 35 minutes per rework and 30 is the total rework. So around 1050 minutes you will have per day. This is your daily minutes. You have 222 working days. So how much will be your annual minutes, which is just going in the rework? This will be 1050 multiplied by number of working days, which is your 222. Around this much of the minute annualize you are working. If you take convert, these are the minutes, total work time in minutes. If you say total work time, want to convert into the hours, so what we have to do? Just divide these number with the 60 because 1 hour has the 60 minute. So this value divided by 60, this is your total rework hours. And these are your annual hours. Suppose you do some improvement in your process and the improvement you did, let's say around 70%. So 70% of these rework hour will reduce. So if you consider improvement percentage to improvement hours you want to convert, so 70% of what? 3885 hours, which is around 2719 hours of the work you have improved. 70% improvement means this much of rework hours you have reduced. So this rework hours is equal to how many FTE? So we will be dividing this rework hours, which we have saved, by the number of hours one person work every year. So this is almost 1.35 FTE equivalent work you have saved in a year by doing your improvement project. So these rework hours, either you can do the dollar saving, let's say your per hour rate. Some companies do the annual wise, like as per FTE cost. Suppose per FTE cost, you consider maybe around, let's say normally people consider around 45 or 50. Let's say I will consider as an $45,000 is a per FTE cost per year. So how many FTE you saved? Number of FTE you saved 1.36 multiplied by per FTE cost. So approximately 61,188 equivalent dollar you have saved. Or you are looking for the billing hours, let's say billing rate per hour. In case you consider that billing rate per hours is, let's say, around $25. Now, hours you have saved, how much? By your improvement project, 2720 hours annualized you have saved out of 3885. So savings will be how much? Saving will be 2720 hours multiplied by per dollar rate, per hour rate, 25. So approximately $67,987 you have saved. So these are the two ways you can convert. Either you can convert based on the per hour rate of the pupil, whatever considered in your organization, because many company they have the per hour billing. Or in case this is a FTE model, this is not the transaction model. So these things we calculate when the model is transactional model. In case the billing in your company, in your organization, you are doing based on the FTE model, then this calculation will work. This is about the soft saving. In the next session, I will be telling you about the hard saving, how to calculate, which is also called as a capital budgeting technique. So thank you so much. I'll see you in the next session.